Would you be able to share some of your experiences in working with organizations, private and public? What were these private public organizations looking for when they went and did responsible innovation?
Yes, okay, let me, I can I can talk hours about this, but because it has been a bumpy ride. Let's say we are making it up as we go along. And if I'm sharing my experiences, the idea is not to say you should do that too, but probably let's not make my mistake. And I hope in Australia you will start at a higher level. The one of the projects I was involved in was a National Nano-dialogue. And basically what was happening some 10 years ago was that nanotechnology became large, became kind of a hype. And people were saying, okay, we have had biotechnology, we have digitalization, and now we have nanotechnology. And this is going to impact us in all kinds of ways and fundamentally too. So we need a national dialogue about this new type of technology. We're going to invest in it, but we want to do that with society and not apart from or for society. So what part of what I did, there was science cafes, there were television programs, there were theater plays done, there was material written for high schools, etc. So all kind of initiatives to make the Dutch citizen think about nanotechnology and its possible impacts. And what struck me was that most of the debate was still monopolized or hijacked by health concerns. Because if you make nanoparticles, you don't know how they will behave exactly, and everyone was basically afraid of, are we creating the new asbestos? Which is, of course, a very important, very real concern and should be discussed. But it's what I would call a hard impact. If you only discuss, let's say, the health impacts, you miss a lot of other impacts. For example, maybe that we can make surveillance cameras like the tip of a needle. Do we want that? What will that do? Or we will create all kinds of products that will be used and may change the way we are doing things. So there will be impacts on how we live and how we understand each other and what we aspire from, for what we aspire from life. And no one is talking about those. It is like if we have dealt with the health issues, end of debate. So what we did was we developed short stories about how nanotechnologies, which were, assuming they are safe, how they would, for example, change the nursing practice. Or how they would change government surveillance of its citizens, or how it would change all kinds of things that could also change. Not saying this will happen, but this technology will enable these type of changes, and we have to think ahead. Do we want that? Or do we want to have some regulations or some legislation in place? So that was really an attempt to broaden the societal debate and to wean it off this exclusive focus on safety concerns. Because that's important, but there's much more that technology is doing.